What's up, guys? Brent Hess here with Cagezilla Unchained, brought to you by the Wild Style Network. We are here talking about our upcoming big Cagezilla 87 card, October 25th. Make sure you guys are in-house here at the Salisbury Center for this one. It's gonna be a big one. We're here talking with one of our big middleweight fights. We're here with Bryan the Leaf Heidler. Bryan, how you doing today, my man? Thank you for joining us here on Cagezilla Unchained.
How you doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Awesome, man. Well, let's get right into it. I want people to get to know you a little bit. We haven't had you on here on Cagezilla Unchained before, so let's give it to them. Give us a little bit of your background, maybe your upbringing, if you want to share a little bit about that, and ultimately kind of what led to MMA for you.
All right, so pretty much I just kind of grew up in you'd call it a broken home. It's kind of a shitty area out in, it was called Carteret, New Jersey. And happened to get into a lot of fights and just being bullied, standing up for myself. And with that, I just realized I really like to fight and I enjoy it. And as crazy as it sounds, it keeps me at peace. Doing that, it clears my head in a way,
Yeah, and so that kind of led to you training. I know you said you train a little bit with Honest Abe. He's a frequent here inside the Salisbury Center. He's a great guy. I've had him on.
Honest Abe.
Shout out Honest Abe. Yeah, I've had him on a couple episodes here of Cagezilla Unchained. So I'm sure that kind of leads into my next one, which is I always like to see the roots that led to the tree, and maybe you can share with us some of your powerful influences that you've had. Maybe Abe is one of them, and you can kind of share a little bit of that with us and give us a little insight into you.
So one of my favorite fighters is Israel Adesanya.
Yeah,
he's a really strong dude. His fight style is amazing, very entertaining. Another one I really like is Anderson Silva, of course, very entertaining and got a great mindset, and GSP, that's kind of who I want to turn myself into along the line, is just be one of the greats and have a mindset that nobody can break.
I like that, man. No, yeah, I mean, mindset is everything, and now you've had all of your combative experience, inside the Cagezilla cage. It's something that your opponent does not have, that experience under the bright Cagezilla lights. Tell us, I guess, first of all, before we get into your upcoming fight, what that has meant to you, a little bit about those experiences, and maybe what you gain from those that you can bring forth into your future fights.
So one thing I've learned is not to hesitate anymore. I was kind of just waiting for the right opportunity, but it's a fight. You got to let that shit go,
Yeah.
Got to throw it. And I figured out I got one hell of a chin, but just realized I got to keep up with the pace and just, don't hesitate. Yeah. Throw everything I got,
Yeah. That's what I always tell the guys, there's so much anticipation leading up to a fight, and once you get in there, it goes by so quick, and you can't get any of those seconds back, and so you got to make the most of every second in there, and like you say, put everything into that fight, because if you hesitate, if you half step, if you don't have, then it might not go your way, right? And that's what they call, which it sounds like what you've done is, that's what they call going back to the drawing board and understanding those things. And now I'm sure you're going to come into Cagezilla 87 a different fighter. Am I correct when I say that? Yeah.
You're correct. Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, no, I can't wait to see you back in here, man.
I can't wait myself.
I know you're excited for it. Now, we're moving into your upcoming fight here, Cagezilla 87. This fight kind of came about pretty organically, with you two kind of agreeing to fight, kind of seeking each other out to an extent in a weird way,
yeah.
which makes my matchmaking job a lot easier. Both of you guys had kind of verbally agreed to it, and I just kind of made it happen. Tell us, I guess, first of all, what you might know about Eric Christopher heading into this exciting middleweight fight here coming up on Cagezilla 87.
Honestly, I don't really know much about him. He's told me that he's 2-0, but funny enough, I can't find any fights, that he's been in. He's not on Tapology, but I don't really know anything other than that. I guess he's 2-0 though, so.
Yeah, no, he told me the same thing, and I had the same issue as you. I was trying to find, where are these two fights at? I take the man
street, maybe.
Yeah, I take the man for his word, but your fights certainly are online. So I know that you've been, you've stepped under the bright lights before, and you have that experience both physically and mentally, and that's a powerful thing heading into a fight. Well, great, man. I mean, tell our Cagezilla, our Cagezilla Unchained fans. I know how exciting you are and how excited you are to get in there. But tell our Cagezilla Unchained fans, fill us in, Bryan. What should we expect to see come fight night? What kind of energy are you feeling coming into October 25th?
I'm just gonna apply pressure. Obviously the goal is to beat this motherfucker silly, right? And I want to put on a show for everyone. So that's my game plan. I ain't going to get into details, obviously, but You'll see it October 25th. Check it out.
Nice. No, I can see, I can feel the intensity from you, man. And, I interviewed him as well. He seems like a similar guy with similar hunger. And so this is going to be a big one. This is going to be a nice middleweight fight that our Cagezilla fans are going to get a little treat here, come October 25th, man. Well, I'm going to throw you one question from our fan zone. It's just, really giving some insight into some of the younger guys who maybe haven't competed, haven't stepped under the bright lights before, and they're looking to guys like you and athletes like yourself who have, and have that experience. So give them a little insight. What does a typical training day look like for you when you're training for a big fight like this one coming up?
I usually just start with like a 10-minute warm-up, 10-minute run, get the blood flowing, hit some pads, hit some heavy bag, get that work in, and then just finish off with some sparring.
Yeah.
And, practice technique, all that. Yep.
Yeah. Keep it simple. You training a couple times a week or every day, or how does it work?
Every day. Well, usually. Sometimes I work a little too much, so I got to give myself an off day, but I try for at least 6 days a week,
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice. You can come in shape, on weight, and ready to rock and roll here, I'm sure, coming for Cagezilla 87. Well, before we finish up, I always like to collect a quote or a motto or something, maybe something maybe your coaches have shared with you, something you've read that you can kind of pass along to our Cagezilla Unchained audience and maybe empower them.
One of my favorite quotes is actually from an anime. It's called Black Clover, but the main character, Asta, he says, my magic power is never giving up. And, I believe if you never give up, you keep pushing forward, you're bound to succeed eventually. And just don't ever give up on yourself, because you don't know what's coming down along the line, right?
Right. I like that one, man, because you don't know, right? If you were to push forth a little bit further, you might be reaching your goals, and your goals might be right on the other side of you just pushing a little harder, not giving up. So that is powerful, man. I know you got some anime there on your social media, so you must be an anime fan. Maybe that's where your fight name came from. Give us a little insight into that. Where did the leaf come from?
So it actually came from Naruto. You were correct about that. And I just, growing up, Naruto helped me figure out who I was in a way. Taught me how to be a good person. And Naruto's just a very motivating person. And he lost his parents when he was really young. And everyone hated him, but eventually he turned into the hero and saved everyone. And that's a beautiful thing,
That is a beautiful thing. What about the leaf? Because I'm not an anime guy.
He comes from the Leaf Village, the village hidden in the leaf. So
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I see John over here shaking his head in the production room. He knows about anime a little bit more than me.
Awesome.
So, well, hey, man, I think you got a bright future. I can't wait to see you inside the Cagezilla cage. Give us a way, Bryan, that we can follow this journey of yours. Show you a little love online, whether that be your social medias or your teams or anybody you want to give a shout out to. Go ahead and do that now.
All right. You can find me on Instagram at The Leaf MMA, and shout out Honest Abe Academy.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, no, I know Honest Dave very well. We have good rapport. He said he's gonna maybe get back inside the Cagezilla cage sometime here at the end of the year. He's a great guy, and that's awesome that you guys gain some knowledge and train off of each other and train with each other. So that's great. Well, hey, I'm excited to see you in here, man. Thank you for taking some time here today. I know you got a ton of stuff going on between work and training and everything like that. So thanks for taking some time. I hope you continue to stay healthy, which I think is one of the most important things leading into a fight. I hope you continue to stay healthy leading up to October 25th. And thank you once again, Bryan, for joining us here today.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, guys, there you have it. Bryan "The Leaf" Heidler will be one part of our big middleweight fight here coming up on October 25th here at Cagezilla 87. Make sure you guys are picking up tickets at CagezillaTickets.com. Until next time, much love and respect. We'll see you guys all very soon.